Hey guys, it's Mike from Machines with Souls. Finding an exhaust for my G80 M3 hasn't been easy, but with AWE's release of their track system, I finally found one that I think works. I headed over to Tyspeed shop in Jackson, New Jersey for the installation. Tyler knows these cars inside and out, and since I'm detail obsessed, I thought it wise to bring the M3 here. Tyler's also going to explain exactly why the M3 is so quiet from the factory, but it's a problem easily solved with AWE's new setup. I'll let Tyler explain the steps, and for more information, visit my website, machineswithsouls.com.
Hey, good morning, guys. What's up? I'm Tyler from Tyspeed. I'm here today with Mike D'Ambrosio. You might know him from Machine with Souls. M3 is G80 M3, and we're going to be putting an AWE track exhaust on this car, which I think is going to make a big difference. Personally, I just actually bought a G82 M4, and one of my biggest gripes with the car is you can barely hear it when you're driving it. Not a lot of fun when you're driving a 500 horsepower car. So let's take a little bit of a look at the stock exhaust system and how that works so we understand what we'll be changing it out for today. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the stock exhaust system on this car. So it's quite restrictive, and obviously 50 state emissions legal. So there's two sets of catalytic converters on this car. The first set of catalytic converters starts directly off the back of the turbochargers in the downpipes. Second to that, this pipe spread out here, and believe it or not, for the first time ever on an M3 that I've seen, this car goes into a bit of a Y pipe configuration, almost as if it's a V8. The reason for that, my understanding, is the fact that this allows the use of either all-wheel drive platform or the rear-wheel drive platform with the same exhaust system. So the layout's a little different than we're used to seeing on an M3. As that downpipe enters the rear section of the exhaust, we now have a secondary set of catalytic converters that are very close to the engine itself. And as we continue to walk back, we find ourselves at our first resonator. So pretty large sized resonator here. This is going to cut down on drone. We know that turbo BMW 6 cylinders have a lot of drone at highway speeds. So my indication of that is that they're trying to cut down on that. Second to that, continuing our way through over the brace here, some really nice bends. This is a very, very high quality exhaust for a stock car. You can see the quality of the stainless. All of the complexity of the bending is quite nice, as is the welding. But from that first resonator, we go immediately to a second resonator about 12 inches back. The exhaust Y's again splits out. We have two little Y pipes here, the valves for the muffler system, and then the main muffler. So something interesting about this is that primarily the main tubes that are in operation at all times are these smaller, I would say about 1 7/8 or 2 inch diameter tubes here on the exhaust. That is what you hear at all times, whether the exhaust valves are open or not. Second to that, you have your two electronic valves, one on each side. Once the car is in sport mode or sport plus, or you open the M acoustic button on the dash, these valves open, and then you get your main collectors here on the system that opens up into the exhaust. And if you were to look at this from the back, looking down into the system, you can actually see straight through to this pipe where the valve is, so that's where you're getting most of your sound. Now, to my understanding, this car is quiet, not necessarily because of the muffler itself, but because of this midsection here. And luckily today, with the installation of this AWE system, we'll be changing a lot of that. All right. Part of the importance of installing an aftermarket performance exhaust on such a modern car is that it remains emissions compliant. And as such, today, we're going to be leaving these secondary catalytic converters in place on this aftermarket exhaust system. So unfortunately, in order to do that, we're going to be cutting up the factory exhaust system at a very particular point as AWE specifies. As you guys know, I like cutting up brand new cars, so let's get to it. Yeah. All right, so what we're doing here is we're taking a vital step to ensure that the factory part of the exhaust that we're using meets up comfortably to that AWE system. So we're taking a file, and we're just ensuring that there's no burrs or any high spots, so that when we slip that slip-over style flange onto the factory cat, it goes on smoothly and we don't have to fight it. So it's an important step, but you should definitely take it, and it ensures a proper fitment of the exhaust. Alright, so this is the first section of the AWE system. We did a really nice job making sure that we did a nice clean cut, and then we took our extra step to file that down. So if we did our job right, it should slip right on. So certainly by now we're all familiar with exhaust flap controls. Just uses a simple DC motor with a series of bevel gears to open and close an exhaust flap. This is something that's been very common in BMWs for the last 10 years. One interesting note on this factory new exhaust system off the G8X platform that I found quite interesting was that a lot of times we had problems, and a lot of people complain that they rattle when they wear out. I think that one way that they compensated for that, the actual valve assembly on the car itself is spring-loaded now. So there's a constant pressure on this exhaust flapper valve, and that would, I guess, prevent it from rattling around. So a nice little improvement to see. So hopefully, if you're keeping your exhaust stock in your car, you're going to retain these flapper valves. By 10,000 miles, they won't be flapping around on you. All right, so pretty neat. So this is the track system. It doesn't have the switch path exhaust, so they made these cool little bits here. These are like the valve cutout simulators, nicely CNC brackets. They include this little pin. That pin takes the place of the factory exhaust flap actuator. So basically you just install that like so, line that up, and we'll be using the factory hardware to secure that here. And then they include hardware to then attach that up underneath the subframe out of the way of the exhaust. Pretty neat. All right, we're now back at the final section. So we've approached the axle back section of the exhaust. It turns into that Y pipe, that X pipe, and now it goes back to the tip section. So basically we'll be installing the tips directly to these Y pipes here once we get them mounted up to the car. Installation's been pretty straightforward so far. No real complaints. And we're almost in the home stretch here. All right, so we got all the main sections of the exhaust installed, so we're going to go front to back and tighten up all the clamps individually, making sure that everything's been secured properly, and then we'll come back to do the final fit up of the tail section with the tips. Cool. All right, so that pretty much concludes our installation of this AWE track spec exhaust system. We're going to do one last step. You see I'm wearing gloves now. We've got some brake clean and a rag. We're going to go back and wipe down all the stainless surfaces that we've touched with our hands before the car heat cycles, so that we don't embed our fingerprints into this exhaust forever. A very key last step after installing any stainless steel exhaust system. Don't forget to do it, or you'll regret it next time you get under your car. So thanks for following along. Hopefully this thing sounds as good as it looks.
After a few weeks of driving and the exhaust broken in, I can report that I'm much happier with the overall sound of the car. There's minimal drone, and some sound control is still possible with Sport Plus and M sound control turned off. If you've read some of my reviews, you know that I find some areas of this M3 to be lacking. The exhaust has helped to solve one big issue, and now the car finally has some personality. Special thanks to Tyler for taking the time, and to you for watching. Follow along on my website for updates on life with the M3 and much more.